Right, before I go anywhere with this review, check out this warning screen that appears as soon as you load up Kung Fu Live. Whoa! Death or disability? That's hardcore. What a start to a game. It's hard to know if it's in jest or not. I mean, it really should be, but us gamers aren't always the healthiest of souls, and Kung Fu Live can be one hell of a workout. I suppose they have to cover themselves in case someone has a heart attack, or accidentally roundhouses their granny in the chops, making her choke on her false teeth. Or something. But still, never seen a warning like that before. Not so.
You are late.
So, after that slightly worrying intro, you might be wondering to yourself, what the what is Kung Fu Live? Well, simply put, it's a Kung Fu game presented in a gorgeous comic book style in which you pull off all the moves yourself. Seriously, the PlayStation Eye camera places you straight into the game, leaving you to attack your enemies in any way you wish. Look, it's me! Now, if anyone out there has had the misfortune to play the utterly abysmal You're in the Movies on the Xbox, firstly let me say I feel sorry for you, and secondly let me say that although the premise is the same, the camera films you and places you in the game, the execution here is by far superior. You're in the Movies was virtually unplayable due to the fact that the camera could never properly spot you and the mini-games were awful. With Kung Fu Live, the game is actually really good fun. The PlayStation Eye will still struggle to differentiate you from the background, and unless you have a green screen studio and proper lighting in your room, it's never going to look perfect. But even though I couldn't get my camera spot on, the game still managed to be pretty much dead on with its accuracy thanks to the advanced background removal settings in the game. Let me demonstrate. Okay, so my room is pretty small, and this game is one that needs a lot of room. So I'll just have a little tidy and then chuck those down and pick that up. Move the sofa. Hold that for me, Kane. Cheers, mate. Okay. I have no room to move, but at least I'm far enough back. Now, where's my controller? What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, right. Now to test the light flicker. Nice. Oh, too dark. Time for some extra lighting, methinks. Still too dark? Never mind. Carry on. Right, so walk to the left. Gaming chair. Son of a... what? Oh, come on, over to the... Oh. Okay, sweet. What? Back again? Oh, man. Anyway, to cut a long story short, as you can see, you can then adjust the background tolerance for the camera, but it just wasn't recognising my legs. The dark trousers were merging with the wall. The solution? That's right, it's time to get my pasty white legs out. Ah yeah, much better. Still not perfect, but pretty good for a tiny room lit with a desk lamp. Right, that's more than enough about setting up the game. It's time to let you know exactly what's what with the gameplay. You star as a clumsy shop assistant who has just landed a new job in a comic book store run by a cranky Chinese shop owner known as Lady Wei. Lady Wei has some skeletons in her closet though, and one particular work of art in the shop turns out to be the prison for an evil demon and his minions, the Dark Inklings. Or something. Just think of Vigo from Ghostbusters 2 and you'll get the idea. Anyway, after getting sucked into an alternate ninja-filled universe for a night, you learn how to do Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
And from then on, it's up to you to fight stereotypical late 70s street thugs and mystical monsters. The game looks great, with interesting characters, a funny story, and stylish graphics which suit the mood to a T. In between levels, the game even asks you to pose for certain pictures which are then placed on the pages of the comic, with pretty funny results. Posing for the comics is a game in itself, mind. They give you 4 seconds to pull off some preposterous balance-baffling stances, but if you can hold the position for long enough, you slot right into the action and really feel like part of the story. The 3D fighter models are pretty cool too, and they react really well when you land a blow, and the landscapes you fight in have multiple levels to jump around on and lots of little props to interact with. Ooh, kung fancy! Fighting the enemies is what the game is all about though, and controlling the action is as simple as moving your body. Punches and kicks will pretty much always connect with the bad guys, although there will be times when the on-screen you will pull off some random move that you were not expecting. The great thing about the game is that whatever fighting style you employ, you can still get punches in. So if you punch like a little girl in real life, or can't kick higher than your waist, you can still get some pretty awesome blows in. Another cool thing about the game is the special moves, which are pulled off by performing certain poses which the game recognises. The power punch, ground pound, and the gymnastic-tastic backflip make you feel like a proper kung fu kid, as you pull off poses which are similar to the actual moves themselves, and there is even a move which lets you stop time and lay the smack down on your slow-mo foes if you pull off a YMCA-style pose. Oh, rhyme time. One dodgy part of the game though is the actual moving around the screen. This is accomplished by punching or turning quickly rather than just, say, walking on the spot, and it makes your on-screen character look a little weird as he travels around. During the first few levels, I was pretty rubbish to be honest, getting my fair share of punches to the face and a couple of painful sack attacks, but as I warmed up I started pulling off some pretty cool combos, especially when I mixed them up with the special moves. There was actually a couple of points when I felt pretty freaking ninja, yo!
Yeah.
The levels are nice and short, but this is a good thing because if you're not used to flinging your body about to such an extent, the game can get pretty tiring. I played for about 2 hours straight and the next day I was aching all over. So Daniel-san, what's the verdict? Well, I'm pleased to say that Kung Fu Live is a proper good laugh to play and just as good, if not better than the majority of Kinect games which are out so far, and it's probably the best motion control game I have ever played. In fact, I feel pretty confident when I say that this is the sort of thing motion gaming should be about. The replay value may not be that high, and if you live in a tiny dark house you may as well forget about buying it altogether, but otherwise this is a must if you love Kung Fu fighting. It's fun, original, and although it doesn't work perfectly, it gets pretty close, and it's a great party game to play if you have a bunch of mates over and a big old living room. Now get downloading or you'll feel my fist of fury.